Yo guys, what's going on? Cliffjumper1884, Red Rocks, your favorite Autobot, all day long, all day strong, like always, drinking that natty ice. It's been like a month since I did a video game pickup. I was supposed to stop working at my second job on Sundays, and they've been getting into problems, so I have to keep going in, so that's been preventing me from doing a video. I have another video game pickup which has to coincide with a little bit of Christmas. It's weird. My Christmases in the past, 7 to 8 years, ever since I met my wife, have been freaking killer because she just blows my shit up, gets me all the best stuff. And we set a low limit for us this year, so we didn't get a lot, but there's a bunch of stuff I have before that. I should say a little bit. This was an Amazon pickup. I got this really cheap for under $6 because the cart is dirty by Bandai for NES. Shooting range. I just picked it up because it was one of the things on PriceCharting.com on my list that I didn't have. As you can see, it's pretty dirty. I have not had time to open it or clean it yet or play it. But the biggest thing is, it's a Zapper game, like whatever you want to call it, and so I can't wait to put it in. And it's weird that it must have came out a little bit later in the NES's lifespan because the Zapper on the cover is orange, as the original one was gray at one point. I don't remember where I got this game. I want to say I got it off of eBay super cheap because I think it commands on PriceCharting.com for like $12.99 or something around there. By Seta or Seta, I do not know how to pronounce that correctly. Castle of Dragon. I played it for a little bit. I just found it really, really hard, but I guess it's one of those NES games. Once you get it down, it's not going to be, you'll understand how to play a little bit better. It, it was all right. It was all right. I'm pretty sure I emulated before when I, played it. It's like, oh, I've seen this or played it, but, I didn't spend a lot of time on it. And this would be, yeah, I went for a game on eBay, and then the person never shipped it, and they asked me for a refund. I said, yeah, just give me a refund, and I found something else. It was something else I used to have, so there's like two games of the games I used to have where they left the house or they got packed with Christmas stuff that I'm totally missing, like 40-some NES games. But this was like the third to last game that I think was in the collection by Sofel Wall Street Kid. I'm not going to show a video of it because I've had it before and probably showed a video of it. Well, I had showed a video in a previous pickup video probably like 2 years ago or something. So yeah, finally got that out of the way. And then Christmas came, and I was talking about how my wife got me, he always gets me good stuff. First thing I got, and didn't expect this because it was on my eBay watch list. I totally forgot I sent her to get this for me. And I got from inkwhiskey.com. And what they do, they make these, NES carts that are flasks. And it's the Legend of Drink. And what is cool is because Legend of Zelda is one of my top 3 video game series. And what you do here is you twist off the top there and you put your liquor in there. So that's pretty cool. I don't drink a lot of liquor. Of course, I drink a lot of Natty Ice, but I do like vodka. I do like clear rum mixed with stuff. The biggest gripe I have about this, I guess, is this placement here. I don't know if that will fit around your mouth. And maybe they should have done this. But then they ask you to take this, like I said, make a cone out of that to fill that. Meh. It's just a cool little conversation piece, and like maybe when the Super Bowls are comes this year, I'll probably take it when I go watch a little of the game. And it sucks if you didn't know, I'm a New Orleans Saints fan, and they went out in shitty fashion again by kind of a blown call, but I don't gripe about that like other people do. And the big game or big thing, well, the big game that she got me for, and something she asked me what I wanted, and she remembered playing it back in the game, and I needed a 2-player game, and by Konami for Super Nintendo, and it's a heavy hitter. Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Uh, this game is something I actually had when I was younger. Now that I've gotten all but 99% of the NES games that I've played or owned or my friends owned when I was younger, I'm starting to move some more to the Super Nintendo ones. And this is one that I had, and I enjoyed it. And I actually did beat this when I was like 13 or 14 years old in the summer. Very good game, very fun game, very funny game. It was just to pick us up and play it again. I didn't get through a lot. Probably played up to the boss on the first like stage or world, whatever you call it, which was the giant baby, and beat it. It was like cool, and I didn't even die one single time, so I was amazed. Got a drink after that. One of the things I did ask for Christmas was an eBay gift card. And boy, I can sit there and drink beer and like space out for like an hour and a half, and or even 2 hours sometime on like Saturday Sundays, and just look at eBay stuff and like watch things and put some bids on stuff. I'll lose a lot of them, but I did get, like I said, an eBay gift card. I was like, oh my gosh, I was looking at all the stuff on eBay, and one thing I got that was not a big video game pickup, but I'm into anime, a lot of like 80s and early 90s anime, and Saint Seiya is my favorite anime, and I did get this shirt here. Pegasus Saya, that's pretty cool. Not that it's a big deal, but just to get like a custom print shirt, I guess it's a custom print, but someone made it, whatever, and I got it from China, and it came within like 18 days. It's amazing. But with this gift card, let's see where we're gonna go with next. For NES, my Nintendo, Yoshi's Cookie. got a little sleeve on it too. After like I bought this, was the first time I ever played it. I actually had fun with the game. I not too, regular. The what's the game Yoshi where you drop and make the eggs. It's okay, but I enjoyed this a little bit more, and I sat down and played it for a good 20-25 minutes, and got to like level 3, stage something, or stage 3 levels before I had my first fold or whatever. Or I didn't beat the board. It was enjoyable, and I can't wait to play it again. Actually, Uh, it was a cheap NES game. I can't believe how cheap I got it for. It was like $1.75 and under $3 shipping, and it was something that I didn't own. Of course, well, I went to PriceCharting.com. Fisher Price, I can remember. Never seen it locally. The label's in really good condition. By the way, it's by Game Tech. They've done stuff like Jeopardy, I think, as well as Wheel of Fortune and stuff like that. And it came with this little plastic cover or case in it, whatever, cheap little flimsy thing. But it's better coming with nothing on it. I haven't played it yet, but I've watched some video on it. And last but not least, with that gift card, Uh, I got a Super Nintendo game by Capcom. It's another heavy hitter, and another one I used to have when I had my Super Nintendo back in the early to mid '90s. And I remember actually going to what was it? Toys R Us with my mom. It was one of those times, yeah, take it to go buy a video game, and I seen it and how cheap it was. And when you see something with game cheaper you really want, your parents are gonna go for it, especially when it's 1995. And I couldn't believe it was that cheap. I've played a lot of the games on NES. I've played number 2, 3, yeah, maybe 2 and 3 at this point, maybe 4. And I was like, man, I had it. And ever since I had it, it became like one of my top 10 Super Nintendo games. And it's so easy for me to beat, but the music's fantastic. The controls are fantastic. It's a great experience. Mega Man X. What can I say about this game? Oh God, even just when I got this and put it in after the 2 times I played it, spent maybe like an hour and 10 minutes on it. I had all the bosses beaten, all the hearts, all the armor and everything like that, and I'm ready to go and beat this. So It's funny, like $8 right there, and I ended up with what it cost me after shipping and tax. Now that eBay charges tax in Pennsylvania, I can understand that. It was like a little over $19, so that's not bad. The labels a little fricked here, but like some of the perfect condition ones, they go for $40. I don't care what certain labels look like. I guess if it plays, that's all I'm worried about. Another eBay pickup. This was under what I think like $6. There's another guy that I bought from several times. I keep bringing up JJ Games. There's a sticker right here. He did say, of course, it's going to need a little bit of cleaning, which is nothing I can do. But obviously, you've seen it by Data East. Oh, Ring King. Uh, Everyone knows that that's basically you see the scene where it looks like he's giving the dude head and whatnot. And the thing is, I went a little bit ahead of myself. This was a certain number of game in NES that I picked up, being that that was 401. I actually did make carts 400 on New Year's Eve. And that was the biggest thing. After I got off work, I was like, oh my God, I took some money out of the bank. I took $120 out. And I'm like, I'm going to go buy myself a big NES title. I'm going to go spend a lot of fucking money. It's like, I was thinking about maybe I'll even get Ninja Turtle Tournament Fighters if I can find it. I know that's not the best game at all, but I was like, I'm going to spend some money. I don't have Mega Man 5, so I was like, ooh, normally my local Just Press Play has Mega Man 5. So I was like, that's where I'm going to go. I know they're going to have something in that price range. And I was looking up and down, and there's been a couple games that I've been seeing here and there that have been sitting there. I'm like, yo, I'm going to pick that up. And like I said, with the games that went missing from this house, or I still have somewhere, Journey to Silius, that's the biggest game, the most expensive game that I don't have anymore. So I was thinking like, oh, maybe I'll pick that up. But it's like, why do I want to get something I used to have? Let me get something I never had before, I'd never seen. And what do you know? There's been this game sitting there for about 2 months. I keep going over, and the price was just right. By Sammy. Vice City Project Doom. I paid $40. It's just weird after being on YouTube and watching a bunch of YouTube videos how this game has only started coming up only like the past 5 years. And when I played it, I was like, man, this is fucking cool. Everyone says it's like Batman meets Ninja Gaiden, and I'm fine with that. That works for me. The label top here is frayed really bad, and like I don't know what I want to put on there to readhese it, and I don't want to get like a repo label put it on because it's an authentic game. So yeah, God, going into 400 games, that was my goal at the end, and it was like basically, oh maybe in September I was telling my wife, it was like You know what my goal is for the end of the year? That's what I want to do by the end of 2019 is to get 400 NES games. And I did it. Because I forgot that this came like a couple days after. And last but not least, today is January 14th. It is a fucking Tuesday, yeah. And this came a day early on the 13th, so this would make 402 NES games. Hey, Cliff Jumper, what do you think, buddy?
Cliff Jumper, what are you doing? I've got Megatron dead center in my viewfinder.
Obviously, he's a little busy at the moment. But anyway, another game by Sammy, which is really weird. Thundercade. It's a port of an arcade game, and God, this fucking game sucks. Yeah. So hey, that's where I want to end it. Have you played any of these games? What do you think about this pickup? If you had to pick, Mega Man X, where would it fall in like your top maybe 50 SNES games? Just curious. Hey, until next time, like always, drink one on me.